Pantheon AI presents Nvidia's AI earnings surge. Welcome back to the podcast, everyone. Today we've got some massive news from the tech world, specifically about a company that seems to be dominating headlines lately, Nvidia. They've just dropped their latest earnings report, and let me tell you, it's a jaw-dropper.
Absolutely, Jose. We're talking about Nvidia's first quarter fiscal year 2025 results, and they've shown truly incredible growth, driven, as you might expect, by the insatiable demand for artificial intelligence technologies.
Right. Incredible feels like an understatement when you look at these numbers. What are the big highlights here?
Well, for starters, they hit a record quarterly revenue of $26 billion. Think about that for a second. That's an 18% jump from the previous quarter and a staggering 262% rise year over year. Just insane.
Wow, 262% year over year. That's not just growth, that's an explosion. And net income?
Net income wasn't far behind. It reached $14.88 billion, up 21% sequentially, and a mind-blowing 628% surge compared to the same period last year. Earnings per share, or EPS, followed suit at $5.98, also up 21% quarter over quarter and 629% year over year. It's just phenomenal across the board.
Those are some serious numbers. It really underscores just how central AI has become to their business model. So, breaking down the segments, where's this massive growth really coming from?
Unsurprisingly, it's the data center segment. Revenue there soared to $22.6 billion. That's a 23% increase from last quarter and an astonishing 427% jump from a year ago. And that, of course, is directly attributed to the strong demand for their AI chips.
So, basically, AI is their engine. What about their other segments, like gaming, which used to be their bread and butter?
Good question. Gaming revenue was $2.6 billion. It actually saw an 18% year-over-year increase, which is good, but it did experience an 8% sequential decline. Professional visualization also had a similar pattern, up 45% year-over-year to $427 million, but down 8% sequentially. Automotive, however, was up 11% year-over-year and 17% sequentially, reaching $329 million. So AI is definitely the primary driver now?
It sure sounds like it. And they're not just resting on their laurels, are they? I heard about some new product innovations, too.
That's right. They unveiled the Blackwell platform, which is specifically designed for trillion-parameter scale generative AI. Plus, they introduced Nvidia Spectrum X to bring large-scale AI to Ethernet-only data centers. They're clearly thinking big about the future of AI infrastructure.
That's smart. Always innovating. Now, looking ahead, what's their forecast for the next quarter? Are they expecting this momentum to continue?
They are. Nvidia forecasts revenue of $28 billion for the second quarter of fiscal 2025, plus or minus 2%. And they're projecting strong gross margins, around 74.8% GAAP and 75.5% non-GAAP.
That's still incredibly optimistic. But I also remember hearing something about challenges, specifically regarding China. Is that still a factor?
It absolutely is, and it's a significant nuance to their outlook. Despite these strong results, Nvidia faces challenges due to U.S. export restrictions on AI chips to China. They've reported a $5.5 billion charge related to these restrictions, with an estimated $15 billion revenue impact. So while their numbers are huge, they could be even bigger without those limitations.
Wow, a $15 billion revenue impact. That's a substantial hit, even for a company of Nvidia's size. Speaking of market ripples, they also announced a major stock split and a dividend increase, right?
Yep, a 10-for-1 forward stock split. That's huge for accessibility, making stock ownership more approachable for retail investors. Shareholders of record as of June 6, 2024, will receive 9 additional shares for each share held, with trading on a split-adjusted basis starting June 10th. And yes, they've also increased their quarterly cash dividend by 150% to 10 cents per share on a post-split basis.
That's a strong vote of confidence from the company. So given all this, where's the stock at right now?
As of May 28th, it was trading around $134.81, showing a slight decrease of 0.51% from the previous close. It's an equity in the USA market, and while it had an intraday high of $140.45, it closed a bit lower. Still, considering everything, it's holding strong.
So to wrap this up, it really seems like Nvidia is at the forefront of the AI race. And their earnings reflect that. But they're also navigating some complex geopolitical waters. What's your take on their path forward?
I think they're in a unique position. The demand for AI is only going to grow, and they've clearly established themselves as the leader in hardware. Their product innovations like Blackwell show they're not just riding the wave, but actively shaping the future. The China restrictions are a real challenge, but their diversification and continued innovation should help them sustain momentum, even if they have to adjust their strategies for certain markets. It's going to be fascinating to watch.
Couldn't agree more. Nvidia definitely remains one to watch in the tech space. Thanks for breaking all that down, Host B.
My pleasure, Host A. Pantheon AI, your information co-pilot.
Because learning shouldn't feel like a full-time job. Take care and see you next time.